everyone. I'm actually on live on Facebook and I am also live here on Instagram. So, wherever you decide to join me, I am both live right now on Instagram and I'm live on Facebook. Hello, 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 hello. Now, I have two cameras in front of me because obviously I am live both on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm going to give a few minutes um, for a couple more people to join while I go ahead and get a few things prepared here. I'm so excited. I haven't really been on the live or I haven't really been on this whole creating content for, I would say, 7 or 8 months. I recently created a YouTube video and I kind of was going to do an introduction in February, but I decided to wait till March. So I'm going to give a quick introduction for anyone who has no idea, who I am or, what I do on social media or anything like that. And I'm going to start this off with just an introduction and then from the Hi, Crystal. And I will be interactive, so feel free to leave messages or comments, and I welcome that. So, hi to my family on Instagram, and hi on this camera over here to my family on Facebook. Um, so first of all, my name is Sue Lady Matos, and I started my social media um, based around weight loss and based around my journey of weight loss. I had my highest weight ever was 311 pounds, and I was 311 pounds back in March of 2019. At this time, being 311 pounds, it was rough. I was in a relationship that was about a 6 to 7 year relationship. Um, I'm a mother of two. I have a 16-year-old son, and I have a 7-year-old daughter, Ava and Ethan. And at the time when I actually was doing this entire weight loss journey, um, I was going to college full time. So I was a full time college student, and I'd been working in the medical field for like 15 years. So I was working full time, and I also had my two children, plus at the time, the relationship that I was in, he had three other daughters. So it was like a family of seven. So doing this was really difficult at that time. Um, Anyway, I started at 311 pounds. Prior to this, I was looking at possibly getting weight loss surgery done at one point, and I had gone through the phases and steps the prior year to get approved through insurance to get it done in the US. And so I went ahead and I did all the steps and I got a date for January, no, December of 2018. And my significant other at the time, we were all on his insurance, and his insurance cut off, and we he changed from one job to the next, and the new insurance that kicked in the following month told me I had to redo everything that I had did for 6 months to get approved again. So I was like, I'm not going to do this. By the way, if I'm looking at two cameras, it's because I am live on Facebook and I'm live on Instagram. So I want to pay attention to both. So back in 2019 in January, I was like, hold on, I did all of this. And we all know that when we're struggling with weight, when we're struggling with life, with stress, a wrench comes in when you are ready to go and you feel like you got this, and then it puts a whole stop on everything. Well, luckily for a place called Pompeii Surgical, Mexico, they were a very strong contender if for whatever reason I didn't get approved with my insurance. And so I was going to get it done regardless. I was like, look, I've done all of this. I had lost like 20 pounds at that point. And I was like, I'm 311 pounds with five kids, two of my own, three of the person that I was with at the time. I'm not going to sit here and make another excuse, because we all know it's easy to make excuses. It's easy to just fall back and say, oh, well, you know what? Life is not, it's a sign that it's not my time. But it was my time. So I went ahead and I took my happy little ass online and I joined the Pompeii Facebook page, and I decided to sign up and bite the bullet and pay myself to go to Mexico and get it done. I had done a lot of research, and they were my second option anyway, just in case I didn't get approved by insurance. And I went ahead and got it done. I went to Mexico in March of 2019. I got vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is VSG surgery done, which is a weight loss bariatric surgery. And I documented the entire process. I told myself, if I am going to do this, I need to hold myself accountable. A lot of the times, the one question a lot of people ask me is, how do you stay motivated? How do you keep yourself accountable? How do you just not quit? Or how do you commit and maintain that commitment to yourself? I tell everybody that for me, it was hard because I am not, even though I'm a confident woman per se, weight is a very different beast. Weight, it takes your mental, it takes your emotional, and it drains the crap out of you. And it's not easy to come on these lives when you're 311 pounds and feeling like shit, to be real and honest about things, especially things like showing how big you are without clothing, or showing yourself in your raw state, no makeup, just who you are. And I said, if I don't do this for myself, I'm going to die. And I'm not going to give my kids an opportunity or give myself an opportunity to live the best life I can live, right? And so I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put myself out there. And I'm going to put everything on YouTube, which I did. I documented the entire journey on YouTube, and literally from start to finish. And my journey hasn't ended yet, but I literally put my entire journey on YouTube, and it was the hardest, I would say, proudest, most embarrassing, most humbling experience I have ever had. Because sometimes I would be there like with all my fat rolls and, all my chichos, Spanish people call the rolls the chichos. And I would be on there with like my underwear or like a bra. And I'd be like, what the hell am I doing? But then I would get a message from somebody saying, wow, thank you so much for being so honest, because, if you could do this and you're a mom, I have 2 kids plus the 3 stepkids at the time, and I'm in a relationship. So I have, living in a family situation, and I'm going to school full time and I'm working full time. If you could do it, I could do it. I don't got no kids and nothing like that. Little messages like that was what put it all in perspective for me and told me that I was put here for a purpose, right? And so there's a reason why I had to keep myself accountable, and being able to help somebody along the way was just a bonus. I would like to say that I selfishly started off as using a social media platform to keep myself accountable. But then it converted into something where I created like a family online support system. And it was something that really changed my life, because at the time, it's really easy to be selfish and self-centered, and it's really easy to create this fake persona online. However, when someone's watching you on a daily basis, and when you're posting a lot of personal items, personal things in your life, what you're eating, what you're doing, your weight, I can't fake when I'm on camera and I'm literally showing how much I weigh. I can't fake week to week my progress, especially if you're going to be consistent and people are watching you. And so that is something that really allowed me to just say, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to just do what I have to do. And this is going to help somebody. And if it helps one person out there, I'm happy. Because at the end of the day, helping someone is also going to help me. And so we can all help each other in sharing, right? So that is what I did, and I documented the entire thing on YouTube. I encourage everybody to go. Whoever hasn't checked the YouTube channel out, I encourage you, if you really want to get to know me, if you want to know the me, the good, the bad, the ugly, the car ride chronicles, talking shit, cursing up a storm. I'm real. At the end of the day, I'm not perfect. A photo might look all, oh, she's happy. She's lost a lot of weight. A photo can seem one way and the reality is another. And so it allowed me to be in my own truth, my own reality. And I really didn't give a shit whether somebody liked it or not. Because at the end of the day, as I said, I want to help people, but you're going to keep it real too. And you need to understand that it's my life and it's my journey dictated and it's shown in the way that I'm showing it in my own truth. And so for me, I was like, if y'all don't like it, keep it moving. So if you want something real, it's uncensored. I never fed into, I always got a lot of offers to do a lot of ads and stuff like that. I never did none of those things because I want it to be honest, and I wanted it to be somewhere that a person could come and know that I'm not trying to feed you bullshit, right? And so I encourage y'all to go ahead and check out that YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and post the link for my YouTube up here, just in case anybody wanted to check that out. It's basically Sue Lady VSG. You could Google my name and I pop up everywhere. So if y'all want to check it out, just simply Google it. I will post it here as well. Let me just go ahead and put it on here. www.youtube.com, and it is /Sue Lady VSG. All right, I just posted it for y'all here, and I posted it on my live on my Facebook. All right, so I went to Mexico. I documented everything in March 8th, 2019. And I had the surgery done with Dr. Salcedo. Dr. Salcedo is heaven sent. He is amazing. I actually had the opportunity to go back last year during the summer. Not last year, I'm sorry, in 2020 during the pandemic. I was able to go back. At the time, my ex-boyfriend got VSG done. Pompeii was nice enough to, I had won a cool contest and I was able to give a free surgery, and I gave it to my ex-boyfriend at the time, and he had gotten it done. And I was able to go back, and they allowed me to interview each one of the doctors. So if anybody's ever thinking of going to Pompeii surgery, mind you, they don't pay me for none of this stuff. I am an advocate because I've been there. One thing that I do not do, I do not sit here and sell anything to nobody if it's not something I tried or did myself, and I'm not getting any type of benefit from mentioning this. So I'm not making any money off of this. This is just me being real, giving you what I did and what worked for me. Don't mean it's going to work for you. But for those of you who wants to know, I went to Pompeii Surgical in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Salcedo. And there are amazing doctors there who not only care genuinely for you, but who take good care of you. Like the quality, the staff, the doctors, even the cleaning ladies, everyone was amazing. The drivers. I can't mention how amazing these people are, and I say it all the time, and I advocate for them all the time. But they just make that process so easy and seamless, and they make you feel so welcome. And I went before they were super, super high tech the way they are right now. Like they are moving places, which is great. You always want to see growth in places like this where you go and experience things. And if you're thinking of going, you want to see them progress with time. And I've only seen them progress. And I'm so thankful to have been a part of their alumni of surgical patients. And so I had the opportunity in 2020 to go back and do interviews with Dr. Salcedo, with actually all three of the surgeons, Dr. Galindo, Dr. G. I did the which they call him the golden boy. So I was able to do interview with all three doctors, and that was amazing. Dr. Quinones, and those interviews, if you want to get to know a doctor, go to those interviews on my YouTube. You'll be able to, I ask them personal questions like how did they become a doctor? What made them choose to become a doctor? I ask them a lot of personal questions. And you really, really get to know them better in those interviews. So go check those out. But amazing. So anyway, that was my story on how I got to where I got to get the actual surgery. After I got the surgery, I posted everything I ate on a daily basis on my Instagram. I posted my food hauls. I posted the do's and the don'ts, recipes, almost everything that I did, I posted on my social media. So you'll be able to find a lot of stuff there. I also became a certified nutritionist. And I wanted to always, like, when I went to college originally, I was a biology major. I was thinking of becoming a doctor, like an optometrist, because I had been working in the medical field, specifically optometry, for over 15 years. And I was like, well, why don't I just become a doctor? I know so much about the medical fields. I've been managing medical practices for such a long time. And it just makes sense. Biology major, why don't I go, maybe I should go into pre-med. I wasn't sure. But at the time, I knew that I wanted to get into something that pertained to nutrition or health and wellness. And so I got my nutritional license. And I just did that mainly for me to understand food. Because for me, I'm the type of person, if I'm not prepared for something, if I don't know something, it's going to set me up for failure. And I did not want to set myself up for failure. I wanted to set myself up for success. So I really did a lot of research 2 years prior to getting surgery. I got my nutritional license. I wanted to make sure that I knew exactly what I needed to do and how the food worked in the body. I had worked with personal trainers about the right after, and I learned that you can't work out unless you can eat X amount of calories. Again, during my March weight loss madness challenge, this is gonna allow you to understand how all this works, and I'm gonna get into that in just a minute. I just want to give you guys a backstory on where I started, how I started, where I was, and what I did. So now that you know how I got my surgery, I'm gonna talk to y'all about. By the way, I'm gonna get something to drink because I'm getting thirsty. And these lights are hot, so I told you I was real, and I'm always gonna keep it real. But by the way, a myth. Everybody says, "Oh, you can't drink soda after VSG." That's a lie. This is actually a 0 sugar ginger ale. It's like 0 sugar, 0 calories. So this is the only thing I really like to drink that's acidic. But these are the tiny bottles, and I usually only can drink half of it. It's about 7.5 ounces. You can. I am what, 19, 20, 20. I'm almost 3 years out. Oh my God. In March. And that's another reason why I wanted to start in March, because March is my 3-year surgery anniversary. And so I thought that was kind of a big deal. And that's why I wanted to start this challenge in March. But anyway, it's a myth. We're going to be talking about a lot of those things on my private Facebook page. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. So everybody's been waiting. Everybody's been messaging me and commenting and asking me questions about what is this challenge? What are you doing? Because I had put a video up in January on my YouTube saying that I was going to do a challenge in February. That didn't happen because I decided why not do it on the month of my surgery for my 3-year mark. And that's why I decided on March. Plus, it'll give me more opportunity to really come on here and have time to create a program. And that's what I'm doing. And I really wanted to share as much as I could with as much people. And I wanted to make sure that I was active and had the time set aside to be active in this challenge, because whoever's joining me on this challenge will have me at their disposal to a specific degree. So let's get right into what this March Madness Wellness Challenge is all about. This weight loss challenge is going to be a 1-month challenge where I am going to go on another journey. Now, I was 311 pounds March of 2019. By the beginning of last year of 2021, I got to my goal weight of 142 pounds, give or take. That was my lowest weight, but that was not my happiest weight. I was too skinny. I did not like that weight. My happy weight is like 165, 170. And I actually I purposely gained because I was doing a lot of weight training, and you can gain but lose inches. So I didn't look any different. 143 on me and 160, 170 didn't look much of a difference as far as like my clothes or anything like that, because where you can be thin on one end and then be more maybe muscle on the other end, which weighs more but less fat, really doesn't make a difference on what I personally look like. But I liked myself at 160, 165, even 170 at max, because my body is a little more curvier when I have a little more weight on. So I really like that weight. However, I have met the love of my life. If you guys follow me on social media, you'll see that I am in a relationship. I'm the happiest that I have been in years. And even though I'm not happiest at my weight right now, because I'm probably 190 now as far as weight goes. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, because I've gained a couple pounds, like about 20, 30 pounds of happy weight. And I'm pretty okay with that. The good thing about my weight loss journey is that it's allowed me to have understanding and patience with myself. It's also allowed me to grow as a person. Mental health is a very big deal. Mental health is something that a lot of people don't really pay attention to when doing anything like lifestyle changes. These are something you have to keep, really take seriously. And so for me, self growth, self help, self support, all of this contributed to my growth as a person, as an individual. I believe that I wouldn't have been able to meet the person that I'm with right now, be in the situation that I am right now, feel how I feel right now, even though I'm at a higher weight and I need to lose about 30 pounds. Um, those things, the fact that I need to lose 30 pounds or want to lose 30 pounds is it's not like the biggest worry of mine. And a lot of people are very worried about regain. Regain can happen. Absolutely. It can totally happen to anybody if you just don't give a shit about what you're eating and just eating everything that you want to eat and you don't really pay attention to what you're doing. Um, and I was okay with that. I've been so happy the last couple months since last year that I knew that I wasn't paying attention to my actual intake. I wasn't logging anything. I really wasn't going to the gym as much as I was. Was I spiraling back into what we are used to when we gain weight? No, I knew I was doing it. I was completely aware, and I was okay with it. But I do realize that my happiest weight for myself, because I don't lose weight for anybody, I lose it for myself. My happiest weight for myself is between 170 and 160. And my personal goal is to get to that place where I'm happiest for myself. And so I decided, I was like, why not share this last piece of the journey? Not in the last piece of a weight loss journey, but I want to share the journey that I'm going to go to losing this last 30 pounds with everybody, like I did when I was 311 and needed to lose 150 pounds. So I figured, why not come back into social media and share it with everyone and help people while I'm at it. um, so what I did was I created a private Facebook page, and it's a Facebook group for March's weight loss challenge. Now, the March Madness weight loss challenge is going to be hosted by myself, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of things. I'm going to be sharing nutritional advice. When I say nutritional advice, I'm going to go in depth into macronutrients. A lot of people just are like, I heard of it, I don't know what the hell that is. Macronutrients and understanding macronutrients is the key to balancing what you're going to eat. You cannot properly always completely make a proper meal plan for yourself on a nutritional level um, without understanding what a macronutrient is. And once you understand these, and I'm going to be going in on macronutrients and nutrition in general, once you understand that and how that works, as I learned when I became a nutritionist, I really, it kind of all clicked to me. And after really understanding how food works in your body, how the macronutrients break down food, that really made it easier for me to understand. And so I'm going to be really going in on the nutrition and the macronutrients. Another thing that I'm going to be going into is working out. You don't have to work out to lose weight. Working out is for cardiovascular health, to keep your heart healthy, and working out is to build muscle. Um, if that is something you don't care about or you don't really want to deal with, you don't have to do it. However, it is known, and most people should know, that when you lose a dramatic amount of weight, your heart is a muscle, and so your heart, um, it weakens, and the muscles around your heart weaken. And so if you do not take care of your cardiovascular health, a lot of people can actually get really sick and die if they don't take care of it after losing a lot of weight and while losing a lot of weight. So that's something that a lot of people don't understand. We're actually going to get into heart health in the weight loss challenge. I'm going to explain the effective ways that you can do workouts. A lot of people also don't understand, while you're losing weight, especially having the VSG surgery where you can't consume a lot of food, you're not supposed to work out 2 or 3 weeks in. You're not supposed to work out 3 or 4 weeks in. You're not supposed to work out 5 months out either. It all depends on when you can intake a certain amount of calories and macronutrients. I'm going to go into the safe way of working out and go into different workouts that you can do, um, depending on where you are on the consumption of food daily. There's going to be so many things. It's going to be very educational. There's going to be a lot of things we're going to talk about. Now, it's not all going to be educational either. We're going to talk about the real shit, you know, about how, if you have kids like I do, how it can be very hard to meal prep, how it can be hard to buy expensive, nutritious food. I'm going to talk about planning a meal on a budget. I'm going to be talking about what's the healthiest options when you go out to eat. When you got $3 and you're trying to go to McDonald's, what's the best option to get to stay within your macros? Like, we're going to talk about all that stuff. So whoever joins this challenge is going to have the opportunity to really understand what these things are and how to do them and how to accomplish your goals on any budget, on any time. We're going to talk about goals and setting forth goals with time restraints. Some people work 2 and 3 jobs. I understand how that is. I used to go to school full time and work 1 or 2 jobs and have children. So that is a lot in a relationship. If I could do it, you could do it. So how to juggle these things, how to deal with stress, how to deal with the emotional aspect, how to deal with the emotional imbalances that our body, when you lose weight, your body actually changes, both for men and women. For women, we have periods. However, most women who are overweight have something called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Guess what? Your body goes through hormonal imbalances and changes. And when you have PCOS, you typically don't have a regular period. However, a woman who has had a lot of weight loss typically experiences a regulation in their period and starts having a lot of regular periods that you didn't have before. A lot of people go through low iron deficiencies. I went through that. I'm going to talk about things that people might have not thought of, or maybe didn't know prior to going in, or maybe didn't know to ask these questions to their doctors, or maybe didn't have insurance and couldn't go to a doctor to ask these questions. So we're going to be going over a lot of things in March. We're really going to go into a lot of the things that maybe people haven't thought about or discussed. I'm going to talk about hair loss. I have short hair for a reason. I lost a lot of hair, and I drank all the collagen you can think about. I did all the biotin, all that jazz, the hair, skin, and nail situation. I did vitamins. I did so much, and my hair still fell out. But I found that I love short hair. So it was just a win-win for me, and I just kept it, and it worked for me. But I'm going to talk about all of those things as well. I'm going to talk about how it feels, the emotional aspect of things. There's a lot of things that we're going to talk about. It's going to also include how to go ahead and track your progress. If you're not tracking your progress, you're not going to know where you are. If you don't log to a degree, you're not going to know where you are. I'm going to show the best ways of doing that. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come with. Now, let's talk about how to join the challenge. A lot of people, I'm going to give a couple people opportunities. I am charging a fee. It's $25 for the month of March. For 1 month, it's 31 days, I believe it is. However, I'm going to give a couple people the opportunity at the end of the challenge to win that money back. I'm also going to give a couple free entries out to some people. I'm going to be doing, before March 1st, I'm going to pick probably 3 people from the different places. I'm going to do one from Pompeii. I'm going to do probably one on Instagram and one on Facebook. I'm going to give people opportunities to join it without having to pay for a fee or anything like that. A lot of people are like, well, why are you charging a fee? I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This takes a lot of my time. And I'm trying to save for skin removal surgery. So all of these things are going to contribute to that. But I'm always going to contribute back and give people opportunities to win back that money, as well as me give back to the community, because I love the weight loss community and I'm always trying. That's why I put all the stuff that I did on social media for free, because I wanted to help and I wanted to keep myself accountable. However, these things do take a lot of planning. All of this information that I'm going to be providing takes a lot of planning. I did create templates, which I used to sell, but anybody who joins um, will have the opportunity. If you want the templates, I'll give them to you for free. So there's going to be a lot of perks that come with this challenge, and I don't think $25 is a huge amount for what the benefit is. You're not only going to have a support group, but there's going to be a lot of tips, there's going to be a lot of tricks, there's going to be a lot of information shared that I think will allow everyone to really benefit from this type of a challenge. And it's going to be a community that we are actually going to be a part of, which I love. So that is going to be the fee, $25. And I don't really think it's a big deal or a big fee to ask for. And it's going to go towards my weight loss surgery. So I'm going to be doing these every month for the next couple months until I lose my 30 pounds. I'm hoping to lose my 30 pounds in the next 3 to 6 months and hopefully less. I'm starting March 1st. So whoever wants to start with me, it's going down. And I'm really, really excited. For anyone who does not have Facebook, I am working on an alternative. However, right now it's on a Facebook page. Anybody can create a Google Gmail, and anyone could create a Facebook page. So even if you create one with no pictures, you don't have to also be active. You could just be on there like on the DL and just, getting information you need. However, in order to be a part of the private Facebook page, I have to be the one to invite you after I've received payment of the $25. So that's how it's going to work. And I think it does work for a lot of people. I did do a poll, and a lot of people have mentioned that it does work that way well. Also, it's a good way for me to just keep track of who's on there. Because again, it's a safe environment. I'm not going to allow people to be trolling on there and, being negative and stuff like that. The one disclaimer, and y'all have to read it under the rules: if a person is negative, y'all know me, I keep it real and I don't play those games. One thing that I do is I always advocate. Yes, I'm going to be accepting all types of payments. It's going to be Cash App, it's going to be Venmo, it's going to be Zelle, it's going to be Facebook Pay. I'm going to accept all payments, so y'all don't have to worry about, oh, maybe she doesn't accept the way that I would like to, pay. I accept all formats, so you are good to go. The weight loss challenge is going to start March 1st. However, you can enter it at any time. I am going to open the doors for people to start getting into the group. Will you still do it if there are not many people who join? Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it regardless. I'm going to tell y'all something. It could be 2 people and it could be 100 people, and I'm still going to do the weight loss challenge. So the one thing is, if it's only 2 or 3 people, then those 2 or 3 people are going to get a whole lot more of me. However, it doesn't matter how many people join. I don't need a set amount of people to join for it to be the weight loss challenge. Now, let me tell you how much of me you get for this challenge. So, here is some information. I'm going to be doing a live once a week for the entire month of March. And I'm going to be actively posting food. I'm going to try daily, but at the minimum, I'll do every other day. However, I will be posting what I eat regularly. I'm going to be doing a weigh-in once a week. So there's going to be 4 weigh-ins, and I'm going to be doing them on my live. So I know bullshit in here. I'm also going to be doing before and after like videos and pictures, and I'm going to be like super real with everything I'm doing. I'm going to also be doing cooking shows. I'm going to be doing at least one cooking show per week. I'm going to try to do more than one video, however, because there's so many recipes, really quick and easy recipes that I know that are amazing. So yeah. So somebody asked, when is the payment due deadline? So you guys can join at any time you want. It's $25 regardless of when you join. One thing, whoever joins this week, however, will get a couple perks of seeing some pre-information. So I'm going to be doing food shopping to start for like March 1st to get myself ready and everything. And I'm gonna start posting stuff. So anybody who joins March 1st, they're still going to be able to benefit. However, whoever joins a little earlier are going to just see what I'm going to do to get ready for it. So that's going to be great because if you want to like start March 1st with me and be like, oh, I want to start like ASAP and I want to see what she's doing to start to get there, then I'm going to be doing a food haul coming up. So that's going to be super fun. And I'm also going to break down a couple of meal plans that I'm going to give myself. And I'm also going to do a meal prep live. So I'm going to do a couple bonus things in the week leading, like in the next couple days. I'm going to start a bonus thing. However, you can enter whenever you want. Whenever you pay the 25, then I give you access to join in that same day. So it really is depending on when. Can you post a shopping list at the beginning of the week? Yes. So I'm also going to be posting a shopping list of all the foods that I buy. So remember, once I do my shopping, I'm going to actually post pictures. You're going to see videos of what I bought. You're going to see everything. So everything that I do, I'm going to share in general. Okay. Um, I'm already getting the money being sent. So anyone who sends me $25, you guys can start whenever you want. I'm gonna start posting things slowly tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, all next week. I'm gonna post. All right. So anybody who is sending me the 25 to join, just make sure that you DM me with that same post so you can give me so I can see who it is. Okay. So I think I see two people already. So I'll go ahead and add you to the group. I already went ahead and added a live event, which is going to happen on the 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Anytime I post a time, if I forget to put EST, y'all know I'm in New York. So I am EST time. I'm in the tri-state area. I live in Staten Island. I moved from Jersey. Everybody knows I'm a Jersey girl. I moved. This man then got me to move to Staten Island. So I live in Staten Island, New York, and I am always on EST time. All right. So now I'm gonna open the floor for both Facebook or for Instagram. If anyone has questions for me, post them. I'm cool with having a conversation. And I'll answer whatever questions you guys have. I'm going to get off probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So if anyone has questions, let me go read through some of these questions. I see there's a couple questions on here. Let's see. Oh, hey, Tanisha, how are you? You look great, by the way. You look fabulous. I think you were one of the ones who joined. Are you still do? Yes, even if there's only one or two people who are joining, it doesn't matter how many people are joining. I'm gonna do it regardless. So it could be one person, and I'm still doing the whole challenge. Let's see. Let me just look at some questions that I'm getting here on Instagram. Let's see here. Lost 100 pounds of ESG and have now been stuck for the last 8 months and have gained 25 pounds. If anybody has a stall, I'm gonna talk about how to break out of stalls too. Like we're gonna go through all of that. I love watching your videos; they are very inspiring. Oh, thank you. And Bailey's journey. Totally binge watch your YouTube videos. Thank you, Chris. I can't wait to meet him in April. Dr. S will be doing my surgery. Awesome. Oh, for anybody who is having the surgery and wants information on pre-op diet options, you can join the challenge too, because at the end of the day, I can talk about that too. We can totally talk about pre-op stuff. because you'll have access to me in questions. So if you are a part of the weight loss group, then feel free to message me, and we're gonna go ahead and help you out. Dr. S will be doing my surgery 3/1. Awesome. That's great. Let me just see if there's any other questions. Thank you, my sleep sister. You look truly amazing. Thank you. And it's funny, me and hold on one second. It's so funny because me and Tanisha, we were there at the same time. We were there having the surgery at the same time. So it's so good to see you're doing well and you look fabulous. I love that hair color, by the way. Let me see. It's a steal. Sign me up. Yes, I think $25 is not a big deal. I'm saying we spend 25. We spend more than that on most things nowadays. Let's see here. I already talked about the payment deadline. There's no deadline on the payments. You can pay whenever you want. You're going to join when that payment happens. Now, I want to do a disclaimer. I'm very positive, but I'm going to be honest with you. There's no refunds on this. I'm not going to do any of that. That's just crazy. Like, if you join, you join. But if a person is being nasty, if people are being negative, I'm gonna be quick to boot them, and there's no refunds for that. So I want to make sure this is a safe environment. This is going to be an environment that's private. This is going to be an environment that's supportive. This is going to be an environment that is going to be there for one another. So we're not going. There's a drama-free zone. Just letting y'all know. Um, let's see here. Where can I find your Cash App? I will share my Cash App with anybody who needs it. Just DM me or I'll post it. I do Zelle as well. I think about going for a revision, but wanted to try lose weight and do it that way first. It's not motivating unless it's a competition. Yeah, sometimes we just need a competition, right, Tanisha? So this is the perfect way. Not only that, me and you could compete. Let's go. Like, so let's compete with me. You know what? I love a healthy competition. Sometimes a little competition is what you need to just get a boost. Like, oh, she's showing me out. She lost 2 pounds this week. Well, let's go. So absolutely, healthy competition is good. I'm all for it. So yes, if you guys want the Zelle and want the Cash App, I believe it's SueLadyVSG@gmail.com. However, I will confirm that and I will go ahead and let me just put it here. SueLadyVSG@gmail.com. You can find me there on most of the things. But if you want to DM me to confirm, you can do that. If there's any other questions, I'm going to be here for a couple more minutes. And I'm so excited. I already have shopping lists that I'm going to be putting together. And I'm going to post everything that I do. When I tell you, I'm going to post all the foods, the pictures of my food. I'm going to post what I snack. I'm going to post what I pack in my lunch bag to go to work. There's going to be so many things that I'm going to be sharing. Now, I want everybody to understand something though. What works for me might not work for you. And that's something that you guys have to try to make sure you remember. I want y'all to really take the information that I'm going to give y'all with a grain of salt and understand that my body is different from yours. How my body takes things and breaks them down may be different. So the results may be different. However, consistency, no matter what you do, will always win. The good thing about this is that we're going to be able to talk to one another. So if you're coming into a place where you're like, I'm eating the same things as her and it's not working for me, there might be a little change in balance that you need to do. So feel free to contact me. That's why I'm doing this, right? I'm doing this so that I can provide the help and tips for anybody. But you have to understand, I'm not a doctor. I'm just somebody who has been through this, who's been successful. I'm confident that I have had clients that I've helped already one-on-one. But I am also a nutritionist, so I can help in a lot of ways. I understand where you are. I understand what you've been through, and I know what it takes to get there. I've gained and I've lost. I've gained purposely and I've lost purposely. I've gained knowing that I was going to gain, and now it's time to lose the last 20 to 30 pounds. Let me see here. I'll be on my 3-week full liquids until 3/14. I'm only 1 week post-op, but definitely looking forward to gain info on how to be prepared once I start eating regular. Oh yes, Crystal. Trust me, the more information you have earlier on, the more you're mentally prepared. A lot of people do not understand how being mentally and emotionally prepared for this big journey is half of the battle. You know, sometimes for me particularly, I emotional eat, right? Sometimes I've been stressed and it's really easy to sit here and pop a couple Hershey's Kisses into your mouth and go down that rabbit hole that you're like, how the hell did I finish? I have all these wrappers around me. So being mentally prepared is what's going to allow consistency, because consistency is key to everything. If you are not consistent, if you are not someone who holds yourself accountable, this community and um, uh, this whole challenge is to create consistency and to create a community that allows you to have support and also hold you accountable. So yes, this is going to definitely help you. So let me see what my girl Tanisha here says. I was thinking about going, we don't play with any hate. No, we don't do haters. I don't play those hateration games. There's been a lot of times where the weight loss community could be real, we're supposed to be supportive, but it could be real cruel sometimes. And I have a zero tolerance for the haters and the trolls. For me, I'm all about the positive. I'm all about let's lift each other up and let's celebrate one another. And if one of us is having a bad day, let's make each other feel better. Let's, motivate and boost each other up, not tear each other down. So my Facebook page is going to be nothing short of a positive experience. It's going to be nothing short of um, something where we can all understand each other and we can all be there for one another. A family of sorts. Whereas, because sometimes another thing we're going to talk about is how it's hard to keep relationships. When I first went through this, I was in a long-term relationship with someone. We were living together. We were we were together 6, 7 years. We had a total of 5 kids, one together. I had one before him. He had three before me. And we had a total of 5 kids together. It's a Brady Bunch family. We had one together. And it was, uh, he would argue that he would say, "Oh, you lost weight, and this is why we didn't work out." Or that's what I've heard once or twice, even though it was a whole lot of other things that happened. However, when it comes up to understanding who is really for you and who is really not, weight loss will show you these things. Friends, family. There's a lot of family that aren't supportive, that they won't support you. There's a lot of friends that say they're friends, but really aren't friends. And so I was very happy to lose a lot of people in my life. I was very happy to lose friends. I was happy to lose relatives. I was like, peace. So you're gonna find these things out, and it's okay. That's why we're here. That's why people like us are here at 12:50 EST and whatever other time it is in your time zone. It's so that we have a support system that understands one another. So, with all that said and done, I'm gonna go ahead and send invites to people who've already paid for their subscription. And it's not a subscription, it's just a one-time fee for the month of March. And whoever wants information or needs information, I'll go ahead and post it. And then whenever y'all are ready, I'm starting March 1st. And just make sure you all DM me if you made a payment. Please DM me. Screenshot it and send it to me so I can verify it and then get you onto the Facebook page. Okay? I will be posting starting tomorrow. It's going to start very light the week before, but I am going to start posting you know, some things on there. If anybody needs my weight loss templates, I always sold them for $20, but whoever pays for the month of March gets them automatically. So if you don't need them, don't I don't gotta send them to you. If you do need them, send me your email along with your payment and everything, and I'll go ahead and send them to you. The weight loss templates, I do have a video on my YouTube about them. So if you want to look at them first on the YouTube video to see if you even want them, because I personally email them out, but I don't want to sit here and email everybody if they don't need them. So just let me know. I'll send you the link. You look at the video. If you want them, you have them once you're in the actual Facebook page. Okay. So guys, I am so happy to have seen everybody and some people that I haven't seen in a while. I'm so happy to have reconnected. I'm looking forward to this. This is something that I've been planning for a while now, and I've really taken my time with it. I've also created a shopping list that you can actually print out if you wanted to, or just have a screenshot of. So every time I post the items that I'm going to purchase, I'm actually going to share the shopping list with you guys. I'm also going to be doing food hauls. I'm also going to be doing update videos and everything that comes in between, just like I did when I was first doing the weight loss journey. So I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful evening, morning, night, whatever time it is in your time zone. And I look forward to starting off the kickoff weight loss challenge with you guys on my 3-year surgery coming up in March. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.